land.
Hello, little monkey. Hello, little monkey. Hello, little monkey. Hello, little monkey.
With the geek by your side, even if your buddy is wide, you can roll with pride through the red fair. With the geek, you'll be fine. You can look like Frankenstein. He will not decline. You're the answer to his prayer. These geeks don't care. I wanna rock, but that means being inclusive of people and the cultures without appropriating them. I wanna rock, but that means being conducive to a balanced life of work and play and avoiding all blues. And I wanna rock. 'Cause I got boots and a hula with nothing really better to do than me. With a magic wand from Hitachi, my friends would often ask me why my clothes are all askew. And I'd be digging in my pockets like I was a kangaroo. 'Cause nature will have blessed me with a man in a canoe. I got boots and a hula. I got boots and a hula.
Miss Garcia, the vaguely slutty Spanish teacher. What young man could learn how to roll his R's when his pants look like he's hiding cigars? The only phrase in his mind is estoy cachando, which is Spanish for I'm super horny. Visions of hot dogs wrapped in tortillas was a legend of Miss Garcia.
Super Danny's only super when he's blackout drunk. He can stop a robbery just by blowing chunks. When you see the damn signal of a bottle of Jack in the sky, let you know you can rely on Super Dan. Oh, you can bet that he will show. Oh, 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 if he's face down in a Merlot. Put on some sweatpants, sweatpants and fuzzy slippers. Put on some sweatpants. I said they still fit tight and your butt still looks nice, but you won't have to walk like you're walking on ice. Sweatpants, kitties and boots, 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 kitties and boots. I'm gonna get me designer babies, the kind that don't eat, don't cry, don't shit. I'm gonna get me designer babies, no butthole, butthole, butthole. I'm gonna get me designer babies, the kind that don't eat, don't cry, don't shit. I'm gonna get me designer babies, no butthole, butthole.
And away we go. It's the water bottle. It's Thursday. It is word salad. Did you like that Muppet intro? That sort of Muppet entrance. There's a word salad. Felt like a little like Kermit the Frog right there. Welcome to the show. I'm Phil Johnson. I'll be your comedian for the evening, and this is Word Salad, where we're gonna goof around and sing some songs. I'm gonna tell you some stories from the recent hoobity-doo that I did on the road. And Dana's back on Facebook for a little bit. Dawn's here. What's up, Dawn? Let's see. So I'm just gonna, while we're letting people come in, I'm gonna sing a little tune here, and then we'll get into the stuff here. So here we go. Let's do this one. It's a puggle named Fred. Well, I'm no wizard, but I'll be your muggle. So give me a huggle and we'll dance a jig. We'll dance the jitterbuggle, then adopt a small puggle from the SPCA, then we'll get wine to swig. wine will be chuggled, then out come the druggles we got from some thuggles while avoiding the pigs. I'll ask for a tuggle, then you'll give a shruggle in a lazy ass hand job like breaking a twig. I'll give you a pluggle, though it's soft as a sluggle. I can't concentrate with the pug on the bed. You'll call me Big Luggle, and then we'll just snuggle, two muggles on druggles with a puggle named Fred. There we go, puggle named Fred. Dawn says, I want a puggle, and I'm going to name it Muggle. Yeah, there you go, yeah. Come here, Muggle. Come here, Muggle, you little non-magical being, you. Nice. All right, so let's get into the, because who knows, we got some stragglers out there who aren't part of the team yet watching the public feeds tonight. So we're going to do the origin story here real quick. And I got some other cool stories to tell you tonight. I got booking agents emailing me right now, texting me, all sorts of stuff. There's all sorts of things happening. All right, so here's the origin story. Grew up playing classical music. Stole my first guitar from my dad. I was a flautist and a pianist early on. Stole my first guitar from my dad. Had action. Strings were that high off the fretboard. It was an old Harmony F-hole, impossible to play. And I started teaching myself guitar, and I got into it. And I started the first version of Roadside Attraction in 1993, I believe. It's all fuzzy. It's all fuzzy these days. And I had various incarnations of the band, and all I ever wanted to be was the guitar player in a rock band. That was it. I want to write some cool riffs. I want to give it to somebody else, let the singer deal with it, write the lyrics, whatever. Just be the guitar player in a rock band. And it was not to be. What's up, Kara? Nice to see you. And so I, back in the day, I had a mentor, a guy named Tim Sweeney, who I probably have these pictures set up incorrectly again. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. There's Tim right there. So this was my mentor, Tim Sweeney, back in the 90s, and he was sort of the godfather of indie music. And he would gather all of us independent musicians for a conference in Las Vegas or somewhere like that, and we would hang out and learn how to make our way in this business without signing away our souls and our lives to a major label, which I could have done quite a few times. So Tim was a great guy, and we were sitting around a pool one night in Las Vegas, just playing songs for one another. And I wanted to do something a little bit different, and I had written a couple of goofy songs in an interim break without my band members around that they didn't want to do, and I played everybody's song called Whale Blubber. And the next morning, everybody was like, we can't get that Whale Blubber song out of our head. That was super catchy. You should really lean into that humor thing. And I was like, no, that's a goofy song. It's a B-side. I'm an actual serious songwriter. And they were like, I don't know, maybe you should. And then Tim Sweeney himself was like, hey, you should maybe think about leaning into that comedy thing. And I was like, no, like I had just reformed the band with guys I really like. And he said, go solo. And I was like, I don't want to go solo. So I made him a deal. And I said, I'm going to play half solo gigs and half band gigs. And within a year, I was playing 80% solo gigs and 20% band gigs, just because solo gigs were so much easier to say yes to and show up and play and do. And so from there, things got even weirder. Now I was a singer as well, and then I met this lady. I met Groovy Judy, who was part of that Tim Sweeney cohort of people. And Judy said, hey, there's this comedy music show in San Francisco called, it's a place called the Hyena Theater. Now, theater is a big word for a room in an office building with a few folding chairs. But it was called the Hyena Theater, and they were having a comedy music show. I contacted them, showed them my 2 or 3 little funny songs that I had, and they put me on the show as an opener. And at that show was this lady right here, Lynn Ruth Miller. She was the MC of that show, and she was starting her own comedy career at the age of 72 at the time. And this is like 2004, I think. Yeah, or mid-2004, something like that. And Lynn Ruth was the MC that night, and after the show, she said, hey, I need a guitar player for my act. Would you like to come and play with my play in my show? And I said, sure, what are we doing? And she said, well, you're going to play Anarchy in the UK by the Sex Pistols while I throw lingerie at the audience. And I was like, well, I can't say no to that. That sounds like a good time. And so Lynn Ruth started taking me around to all the comedy venues here in the San Francisco Bay Area, and we would go up and do her act, and then she would tell the producers of the show, hey, he's got some stuff, why don't you put him up for a few minutes? And so they started doling me out little bits of time, and they were like, hey, can you do 7 minutes? And I was like, I played 4 hours with my band last weekend, yeah, I can do 7 minutes. And then you quickly realize how long 7 minutes is on a comedy stage, especially when it's not going well. Woof. And so I started doing little 7-minute sets, 10-minute sets, things like that. And I thought I immediately started to catch the backlash of guitar comic. The guitar comic is a pejorative in the comedy community. The traditional stand-ups, guy with a mic, do not necessarily like guitar comics. And I thought, well, if I'm going to be part of this community, if I'm going to play in these venues, then I should learn how to do that too. And so I started watching stand-up with a more critical eye and analyzing it and learning from it and writing and going up on stage and bombing and writing and learning and going up on stage and bombing and doing that over and over and over and over. Until about 4 or 5 years into doing comedy, I got my first road gigs up in Montana. My very first road show was opening for Tony Diamco, who's still around, very, very funny. If you catch him, you should check him out. And I picked up Tony in San Francisco at his apartment, and we drove 22 hours straight through to the first show in Missoula, Montana. And I went up on stage, bombed my ass off. And then as Tony was coming up on stage, he said, I promise this gets better. And it does get better. But that was that's how the comedy thing began. And now I get to travel all over the country, making people laugh, singing songs, earning a semblance of a living. And it's pretty exciting stuff to have. So that's the quick origin story there. Let me look at my notes here and see what I'm supposed to be doing. Let's see. If you want to learn more about me and my work, we got QR codes here, and you're not on Team Philagelos yet, then the way that you do that is you click this little QR code right here, and you can join Team Philagelos for free and get the full-length live stream of what we're going to do tonight. And each time we do this, you're going to get early access to songs and comedy. You're going to get special stuff, merch that nobody else has, and just special stuff. I got so much in the plans for you guys. It's going to be amazing. So anyway, if you're not on the team yet, click that QR code there, and you can join the team, and then you too will be awesome. And then check your email for the virtual backstage pass, where you'll get a deep dive into the origin story stuff and the comedy and the music and how I approach it and all that kind of good stuff. So that'll be coming for you. Yeah, all right. So let's do another song, shall we? And if you got a song request, something you want to hear, feel free to throw it in the chat, and I will do my dangdest to play it for you. So let's do this one. This is one I kind of rehearsed for a show I had earlier today, and I didn't end up playing it. We'll get into why in a little bit here. But this is called Until We Both Drop Dead. You seem like a real nice girl, someone I could spend my life with. Or do you want to be here with me until we both drop dead? We'll buy a house and share a bed, then we'll have 1 or 2 kids. Eventually we'll resent it all, and then we'll both drop dead. And when we're both old-timers with severe Alzheimer's, every day with you will be brand new. And we'll feel young again, because we won't know what year it is. You are looking pretty good right now, and I try to keep myself fit. We'll try not to gag when our parts start to sag, and then we'll both drop dead. Statistics say that I'll go first, and you'll get 7 more years. I'm spending all my money and sleeping with my friends, and then I'll see you in hell. There we go. Until we both drop dead. Dawn, you got me. I saw your comment there. Still waiting for mine to kick. See, Dawn, you're the woman, and the woman goes first. That's statistically what's happening. Yeah, I don't know. My girlfriend and I, we're just going to try and do it at the same time. We're going to go at the same time. Not like a suicide pact. That would be weird. All right. I want to give a quick shout out to our new Facebook team members that joined the Facebook community over the last couple of weeks. Tammy Stauffer Ahumada. Hope I did that right, Tammy. Deborah Ma. Tommy Darnell, Jen Morris. And we are closing in. Oh, X. Okay. That makes sense then, Don. We are closing in on 4,000 team members on Team Philagelos, which is pretty exciting. It's going to happen tomorrow. We're like 3 people short. And so tomorrow we're going to be hitting 4,000 people on the team, which is very cool. And a very small percentage of them in the Facebook group. But I don't even know how much I should say about that just yet. We've got stuff coming up that's going to be very exciting. I can't wait to show it to you. Shows. I got some shows coming up. Thursday, September the 12th, I'm going to be at the Amber Lounge in Oakland, California. It's my dad's birthday that night. I got to figure out something to do for him at the show. Friday and Saturday, September 13 and 14, I will be at the Alameda Comedy Club featuring for John Hastings. Very funny British comic, and those are going to be great shows. Thursday, September the 19th, I'll be headlining at Del Cielo Brewery in Martinez, California. Saturday, September the 21st, I will be at the Oyo Hotel in Las Vegas on a show called The Hilarious Seven, and that's where I'll be in Las Vegas. And then Tuesday, September the 24th, I will be at the LA Comedy Club at the Stratosphere in Las Vegas for the World Series of Comedy. And if I do well that night, there will be more sets that week on Friday and Saturday, but I got to get through the Tuesday round first. Live streams for that will be available at the worldseriesofcomedy.com website. I'll try and set up some links and all that kind of stuff too. All right. Kent's here. What's up, Kent? Kids in the house. Watch out. Kent is in the house. Beware. Shut up and sing along. Go get him, Phil Johnson. All right. That's a lot, Kent. That's a lot of stuff happening there. All right. I got to make sure that I'm not missing any comments over here in the group as well. Man, Facebook is a giant pain for this stuff. But it's all going to be fixed soon, man. We are working on some things. All right, now I've completely lost the show in there. All right, I'll find it after. Whoo! Okay. Dana, you will get that car back on the road. You'll get that transmission back. Okay, let's do a little song. Wait, actually, we're going to do this. So last time I tried to play a stand-up clip for you, and we had weird echo problems, I got a different way to play it for you. But since I'm doing the World Series of Comedy coming up here in a couple of weeks, I was trying to show you the set that I did at the Tacoma Satellite in Tacoma, Washington that I ended up taking first place in. So I'm going to show you that set here. So I got a different way of doing it. We're going to do a little screen share. It doesn't look as cool, but it will play without being weird. Now, where is it, is the question. There it is. Okay. All right. Here we go.
Your hands together for Phil Johnson.
Get it. That's cool. That's great. But I am him. And apparently that day showing too much. I just figured that out too. I don't know why there's no sound. It was sound on my side.
The experts say you're supposed to change up workout routines every so often, so your muscles
I don't know
what's
what
you
sorry about that. I will figure out this. I thought I had that. I thought I had that figured out.
Then I do it again.
The problem is if I play it
later
through behind the scenes, I'm doing this from the screen. And if I do this if I play it from the screen, echo, OBS, and it feeds back.
They're like Post Malone in a bookstore.
And so I thought if I just ran it.
And I feel good after I exercise. But you know what makes me feel just good less time?
Now it's echoing? It shouldn't even be playing. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait. Huh. Okay. That's dumb. All right. Everything stopped. All right, sorry. The video was still playing in the background. I didn't know that. Okay. There's so much ridiculousness happening. I will have to do some testing on that audio and figure out how to get those videos to play correctly for you. I apologize from that. All right. All right, it should be okay now because I turned it off. I've closed the video. Let me know if it's okay now. I apologize for the weirdness. It's the nature of these things. It's just me. I don't have an engineer here doing anything. It's just me trying to figure this stuff out. But let me know if it's okay now. If there shouldn't be any weird echo, there should be no video playing. Everything should be cool. Good. Okay. Thank you, Darth Vader. All right. I will figure out the video thing. I don't know what's going on with that. I might have to do some. Some test live streams to figure that out. So in the meantime, instead of a video, I'll play you a song. How about that? Yeah? Okay. Let's see. What are we gonna sing? We are gonna sing this one. You don't have to be anorexic like a teenage pop star, and it's totally cool if you've got some scars. If you want to be sure that you'll wed, play the Imperial March when he comes to bed. He'll be the world's most faithful suitor when he sees the tattoo of Captain Kirk on your hooters. With a geek by your side, even if your butt is wide, you can roll with pride through the Ren Fair. With a geek, he'll be fine. You can look like Frankenstein. He will not decline. You're the answer to his prayers. 'Cause geeks don't care. If you're dressed like slave girl, Princess Leia, there's a really good chance that he'll wanna lay ya on a king-size bed with Harry Potter sheets. Call him Lord Vader when he skeets. Always tell him that he's your guitar hero, you'll be his final fantasy. With a geek, you'll be glad. Nope, that wasn't it. Isn't it? With a geek, you'll be glad. 'Cause baldness ain't so bad. Sigourney Weaver looked totally rad. An alien with no hair. With a geek you'll be on track. Even with your hairy back, he'll supply you with what you lack. A lifetime supply of Nair. 'Cause geeks don't care. He's a 5. That's not it. He's a 5, you're a 5. Together you're a 10. Some hot geek love is set to begin. Yeah, with a geek you'll be hot. It's just a little jungle ride. Just flash him a little coin slot. He'll forget it's there. With a geek, life is good. If you're breathing, he'll get wood. Lepers are misunderstood. You're just a crusty teddy bear. 'Cause geeks don't care. There we go. All right. That's called Geeks Don't Care. And what that song is about is that there is somebody for everybody. That's why I wrote that song. No matter what you're into, there's somebody else out there who's also into it. If you've ever seen my live show, my intro music that comes on when I come on stage, it's that song right there. Yeah, so that's a fun one. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. This is the part where I turn off Twitch. So we're gonna say goodnight to Twitch and just get into our the extended portion of our word salad show. So let me find Twitch here. That's interesting. Sending data. Okay, weird things are happening in the restream. Yep, unable to connect. All right, anyway, good night, Twitch. It's been nice having you. Again, if you want to, wait. Before I do that, I don't want to just leave you hanging out there, Twitch. If you're not part of the team yet and you want to see more of the show, click that QR code, and that's how you get on the team so you can see the rest of the show on inside the members area. All right, so we got that. Hurry, get it, because it's going away. It's going away. Okay, now we're going to say goodnight to Twitch. Good night, Twitch. Good night, Twitch. I'm going through puberty again, you guys. All right, so here we are. Yep. Let me tell you about today's show that I did. This is the second show that I've done today. And this one, I didn't have to leave the house for. But, so I got a call to go do a show for the city of Oakland. And I play Oakland quite a bit. And the city was doing like a noontime, lunchtime-y, they call it Summer in the Plaza, in Franco-Gawa Plaza. And they've been doing comedy shows, music shows, other sort of like Tai Chi things and whatever on Thursday afternoons, apparently. I guess during the week as well. So anyway, they say, hey, we're going to pay you a couple $100 to come and do a show, half hour. It's me and another guy, Kay Chang. He's also going to do half an hour. Kay Chang, if you haven't seen him, very, very funny dude. You should check him out. He's one of my favorites to work with. So Kay and I show up there at about noon today, and nothing apparently is going on. Send me that. Kara said, send me that in a text, please. I don't know what you're talking about, Kara, so remind me. So Kay and I show up at 12 noon for a 12:30 show. And I'm thinking there's going to be like, I don't know, some vendor booths, some food trucks, a little stage for us to play on, something like that. So we show up and a city services truck pulls up. And they erect a small blue tarp. One of those little, like, you buy Costco for $85 to, put over yourself at the beach. And they erect this small blue and a speaker that is this big. This is real size. It's the size of my shoulders. Speaker, microphone. And they go, there you go. Okay. And I asked the guy, I said, hey, does anybody show up to these things? And he said, they've been doing it for a couple of weeks now, like 3 weeks. And he goes, nah, I got to be honest with you, man. Not really. And I was like, cool. And so we are in the middle. Oh, the code to join. Kara, you're already on the team. You don't need that. You've got that already. So the guy, the city services guy goes, I'm going to go try and wrangle up a few audience members. There's nobody in this park. It's like a park right in front of City Hall, Oakland City Hall. And so we're there, and Kay and I are just like, what do we have no idea. We're going to just talk to grass. We're going to talk to an empty lawn. So we end up with about 7 people in an area that could easily hold about 150 at least. And I go up and I do my half hour. And outdoor comedy to begin with is very difficult because when a laugh does happen, the laughs just go straight up. It's not like a low ceiling comedy club where the laughs go to bounce in at the stage. So outdoor comedy, very tough to begin with because all the laughs just go straight up. We can't quite hear them on stage. And so I just go up, I do my half hour, and I can see the 7 people like, hee, but I can't hear them. And I did my jokes. I did some songs. Of course, it's PG-13. It's a city-run event, so I couldn't do the dirty stuff. And then Kay goes, Kay's like, hey, you can split after your set if you need to. I'm like, no, I'll stay for moral support. And so he goes up, and he does like 22 minutes, 24 minutes of clean stuff before he bails out. And it was not a nice way to spend an afternoon. But the people that were there were cool. I assume the check is going to cash, so that was that. All right, so last week is where the better stories are. So last week I was in Southern California. I went to see Butch Walker on Monday night. Technical question from Brent. Any idea how do I tap the Team Philagello's card on my iPhone to access the member live stream without the link? You have to have your NFC, the near field communication, your NFC turned on, which it generally is by default in iPhones. So you should just be able to rub it against the back of your phone sensually, and it'll pop up a little link that will take you right into the members area for that. That's how it works. If it doesn't work, let me know, and I'll have to send you a link to get you into the members area there. That's still stuff we're working on too. All of this is going to be better in the next couple months. Got to get Apple Pay for the NFC? Oh, it should just be a function within the iPhone, I think. But if you don't have Apple Pay, maybe it's not turned on by default. So Brent, maybe go into your settings and just turn on the NFC. I know on Android phones like mine, you have to turn it on manually. Oh, okay. So anyway, I went to see Butch Walker last Monday. It was super cool. Saw him at the Masonic Lodge at the Hollywood Forever Cemetery. I parked my car right across from Mel Blanc's grave. That was pretty neat. And then saw Butch Walker. It was amazing. It was 200 Butch Walker nerds who knew the words to every song. It was super fun. Tuesday night, I did a show at a bowling alley in Santa Clarita. And this is one of those where you go, hey, if it's a full room of people who want comedy, then I'm down for it. The stage was this big. It was very tiny, but the show was super fun. We had a great time. That was great. Thursday night, I went to San Diego, and I did the brand new National Lampoon's Yellow Door Club. Actually, wait, let's back up to what I did Wednesday night. Wednesday night, okay, yeah, Dana says it's turned on. All right, we got tech support happening in the chat there. Good. Help each other. I appreciate that. So Wednesday night, I went to a new comedy club in Hollywood called the Kookaburra Lounge, which I always wanted to call the Hoobastank Lounge, but Hoobastank was a bad band from the 90s. Kookaburra Lounge. I wanted to go check it out. The lady that owns it is a comic. Her husband is a big songwriter guy. He wrote a bunch of stuff for Mariah Carey, like he wrote Hero, and he wrote All I Want for Christmas Is You, and he wrote a bunch of stuff, right? And so they opened this new club. They got some good names coming through, all that kind of thing. And so I show up, and I can't find a place to buy a ticket. I didn't buy one ahead of time online because I wasn't sure if I was going to have time to go or not. So I show up, and I'm looking to buy. I can't find a box office. So I go in, and I talk to the sound person, and I'm like, hey, is there a box office? Did I miss it somewhere? And she goes, I don't know, like go talk to the bartender maybe? Okay, all right. So I go talk to the bartender. I said, hey, I'm trying to buy a ticket for the show. And he goes, and he grabs the thing and he's trying to figure it out. And then he has to go get a house manager and she figures out how to sell me a ticket. Now, this should be the most basic operation of a comedy club. So I finally get a ticket. Now I don't know where the seat, there's like two entrances to the showroom and I see people wandering in both of them. So I go in one of them, and there's nobody, like, seating. And so I find somebody at the back of the room who looks like a comic, and is, as it turns out. But she looks like a comic, and I ask her, I say, hey, is this seating a free-for-all, or is somebody seating? And she said, oh, yeah, they're seating. And I said, who's doing it? And she said, oh, that lady over there, the other side. So I go up to that lady, and I said, who I bought the ticket from, eventually. And I said, are you seating? And she went, oh, yeah, we got the tables over there. Okay, all right, this is super professional. And so I go seat myself at a table, and here was the sort of the description of this show that was going to be happening. So there was something on the flyer about Mr. USA contestants. Apparently it's a pageant for dudes, and they were going to be there. And I didn't know if I was like, I don't know if I'm walking into a Chippendale show, whatever it is. I knew all the comics on the bill were women, and then they were going to have these Mr. USA guys, and I had no idea what else that was going to be. Turns out 20 Mr. USA finalists just sitting in the front row enjoying the show. But they come into play later. The comics are good. A couple open micers up front. Kira Slatanovich did a set. She was great. I opened for her a few months ago. Eleanor Kerrigan was on. She was very funny. There were a couple others I wasn't really familiar with, also very funny. And then Tiffany Haddish walks on stage. And it turns out that was who I asked about the seating, the comic who looked like a comic at the back of the room. I didn't recognize her because she wasn't done up. Just hair and a headband, no makeup. And the reason she was not done up was because she did not know she was doing a set. She thought she was there to judge some dude beauty pageant or something. And they were like, hey, you're up next. And she was like, huh? So Tiffany Haddish gets on stage. Brent said rub sensually on the back of the phone did the trick. Awesome. Good. And so Tiffany Haddish gets up on stage, does 15 or 20 minutes. I've never been a big Tiffany Haddish fan. It just doesn't appeal to me. But she did 15 or 20 minutes. Flirty with the guys in the front row, the whole deal. They're asking them about their talents. And then Craig Robinson is supposed to close the show. Craig, you might know from The Office or Hot Tub Time Machine. And he's a piano comic. And so there's a piano on stage. There's a baby grand on stage. And apparently Craig is stuck in traffic. And so he's not there yet. And so they drag the owner's husband, songwriter guy, out to the piano. And it becomes like comedian karaoke time. They're doing the Mariah Carey stuff. Tiffany Haddish is on stage singing her little heart out. They brought one of the dudes from the pageant dudes. They brought him up on stage to sing. They brought another one up to play piano. He knew like 2 songs, kinda. And then they go. The owner looks at her phone. She goes, I got a text. Craig is here. Everybody's like, hey, Craig is here. And she goes, please welcome to stage Craig Robinson. Craig Robinson. Okay, Craig isn't here yet. And then she goes, all right, we'll be back in 10 minutes. And just dead air. Just everybody leaves the stage. So people start getting up, going to the bathroom, going to the bar. I'm like, I've had enough. This show is already like 2.5 hours long. And I'm like, I'm done. I'm just going to go. And as I'm walking out of the club, here comes Craig Robinson. And I was like, hey, dude, they're waiting on you. He's like, I know. And so Craig shows up. I go back to the showroom. I'm like, I'm still here. Might as well check it out. So Craig Robinson comes out, kind of sits on the stool, talks about how he was just coming from 2 other gigs that night. He's got a 4th one to get to after this show and doesn't really do any jokes. And then sits down at the piano, and here comes Tiffany Haddish again. She didn't know she was going to do a set. Now we can't get Tiffany Haddish off the stage. So she comes on, and she's singing some stuff with Craig Robinson. Not comedy stuff, just singing again. It's still Tiffany Haddish karaoke night. They drag another dude up on stage to freestyle rap. And then like 10 minutes later, Craig goes, I got to get to my other gig, and leaves, and the show is over. It's a club that's still working on itself. And it was very odd to see just the disconnects that were happening in there. It's a beautiful club. It's a really nicely designed club, and I'm sure they will get better. But so that was my experiencing Tiffany Haddish and Craig Robinson on Wednesday nights. Thursday night, I did a set at the new National Lampoon Yellow Door Club in San Diego. They had me close out the show there. Very fun. It's a converted movie theater, so it's like arena seating. Holds probably 200. There were about 18 people there. It's a new club. They're still trying to figure out how to get people in. There are 3 other comedy clubs in that same neighborhood in San Diego in the Gaslamp District. And so this is the 4th one there. So it was a small crowd, but they were cool. It was fun. Did that. And then Friday, Saturday, had 2 sold out shows at Lestat's in San Diego. Those were a blast. I ruined a child. Yeah, I did. There was a kid in the front row at the Saturday night show, about 10 years old. And that always weirds a comic out a little bit when there's a kid in the audience. So we're trying to, it's a PG-13 show anyway, but we're trying to really work around this guy. So anyway, he comes out, I do my merch pits. I show the t-shirt, and I hear from the front row, Father, I want one. It cracked me up. Josh Hess is here. What's up, Josh? So kid wants a t-shirt. He comes out after the show. And he buys a t-shirt, and I said, so you like the stand-up comedy? And he goes, yeah. I said, have you ever tried it? And he goes, I've written some jokes. And I said, well, you got to get up at an open mic then, man. And his dad goes, well, go talk to Al, the producer. He goes, well, go talk to Al and ask him about the open mic. So we ruined a child that night. That child's life has taken a dramatic turn in maybe not the best way. He's gonna be a comic, and we ruined that child. And then Sunday night was the big one. I went to the Laugh Factory in Hollywood to do my set on Chocolate Sundays, which is primarily an African-American show, but they had little old pale-faced me on there. 3 minutes of glory towards the beginning of the show. It was fun. They sold out Laugh Factory on a Sunday night. I gave my set a B+. And hopefully I'll be back for more. So that was super fun. But here was that show. T.I., the rapper, showed up to do a set. I didn't know T.I. Did comedy. And there's a story I have about T.I. I don't even know his music that well. I had to look it up after, and I was like, oh yeah, I kind of know some of these songs. So anyway, T.I. did a set. Fairly funny. Good job. Good job, T.I. I was wondering if I should tell him this story, because he and I almost worked together on a project a few years ago when he had a reality show about dudes with long hair and their mothers that hated their long hair. So the premise of this reality show was that moms and their sons were going to come on. Sons have the long hair. Moms want them to get rid of the long hair. And T.I., for some reason, was the host of this thing. So I see it in a casting something that I've got in my email. And I call my mom, who loves my hair, by the way. I call my mom. I go, hey, do you want to try out for this reality show? And I said, you're going to have to act like you don't like my hair. She's like, yeah, okay, why not? Let's try it. And so we go through the casting process. They interview us together. They interview us separately, all this kind of stuff. And they're ready to put us on this show with T.I. as the host. And then they send me the contract for the show, and it is egregious. It is You can't talk about the show before, during, or after. Like, I wouldn't have been allowed to post about it on social media, anything bad or whatever. Like, you can't talk about it, and they just, like, everything is super undercover and all this kind of stuff. But also, you're going to have to cut your hair at the end of the show. And I was like, hold up. Not for you, not for T.I., not for nobody. So they were going to make me cut my hair at the end of the show. My mom was like, oh, we're not doing it then. I don't want you to cut your hair. So I did not end up doing the show. But T.I., this show did run for a season or something like that. I did see it come out. I don't even remember what it was called. But I was standing next to T.I. in the hallway at the Laugh Factory after his set and after my set. And thanks, Don. And I was like, do I bring this up? Do I go, hey, you remember this hair show? And I did not. It was fairly loud in there, and I didn't want to ruin his vibe with a show that had been canceled. So I did not tell T.I. that we almost worked together. But it was an interesting trip all the way around, and the trips are only going to get more interesting. So, but that was the run. Few little Hollywood celebrity run-ins, like me asking Tiffany Haddish who's seating. All right, hey, if you don't have your welcome swag pack yet. That felt like a ham-fisted segue, didn't it? If you don't have your welcome swag pack yet, you should get that. What do you get in it? Oh, I should put the QR code up here. It has been a long day, kids. QR code for welcome swag pack is right there. You get a handwritten note from me. There's actually writing on that card. Everybody gets a different note. I compose it, pen in hand, myself. Comes on the postcard that's got the Burning Sensation album artwork. Burning Sensation, currently up to almost 7,000 views on YouTube. Not bad. We're getting there. You also get the All My Bad Ideas notepad, because you, like every comedian, has bad ideas, and we got to get them down so we can get to the good ideas. We got to clear those bad ideas out the brain so that we can get to the good ideas. Maybe your bad idea is, I'm going to become a comedian, in which you should put it down and then go get a real job. Maybe your bad idea is, I'm going to go shoot up a school in Georgia. Write it down. Don't do it. Don't do it. All right. That's not even a joke. Just don't do that. And then you get the Phil Johnson guitar pick. Always hard to see in this lighting, but it's got my little cartoon character on it that was drawn for me by a man at a show in Santa Cruz at a Borders Books years ago who did not give me his name or any contact information. He just handed me the drawing, said I enjoyed the show, and left. Right after that show, I played for 2 drunken yoga instructors and a horde of people coming out of a movie on the street. It was a fun show. All right, and there's that. And then also, this is the new addition to the Welcome Swag Pack because we're out of the buttons. You get the Phil Johnson drink coasters. Yeah, look at that. You're going to get 2 of them. That's one side. The other side looks like a beer label. Yes, it does. I'm thinking about doing a T-shirt of that picture. I might do a T-shirt of that one. So you get 2 drink coasters in your swag pack as well. So click that QR code if you don't have your swag pack yet, and you can get that. There is, of course, also the VIP Welcome Bundle, which comes with the Be Yourself Unless You're an Idiot t-shirt, the Phil Johnson flash drive, which looks like that. Lights up when you plug it in. It's metal. It's big. It's not big. It's physically small, but there's 10 hours worth of stuff on there. It's my life's work. All my comedy specials, the Raising a Raucous concert film with my band Roadside Attraction, bunch of bootleg shows from around the country, music videos, all sorts of fun stuff, ton of stuff on there. So you can grab that at that little QR code right there. Okay, so I want to throw a shout out to, you know what, I've been doing a lot of talking. Let's sing a song. I know what you're thinking. Shut up and sing, Phil. Shut up and sing. Let's do this one. This one's called Summer Wedding. She sparkles with anticipation on her summer wedding day, but left over from her bachelorette party, carefully hidden away, is a tiny plastic penis in her hair. I like that one. Let's see here. What else we got? What else do we have? And here we go. Back in the old days, we had a thing called the telephone. And every time it rang, we were chained to a wall. A lifeline to the world outside in a radius just 3 feet wide, and you couldn't send an eggplant. You had to describe the eggplant. And if you'd want a booty call, you'd have to ask out loud and all. And listen to her say, ew, gross, no way. There we go. All right. I got real songs in here somewhere. Woo, if there's a song you want to hear, go ahead and pop that in the chat, and I will try to make that happen for you. I'm missing some chat here. Sorry. Let's see. Who do we got? Brian Pierce is here. What's up? Kimberly's here. What's up? Dana got my envelope from you this week. Girlfriend got it and forgot it in the car. Found it faded in the back window. Oh my gosh, Dana, that must have been there forever. Okay, well I'm glad you got it. Corey the artist. That's super cool. I saw you when you did the mill in Coos Bay. Holy cow, yeah. Nice, Coy. I don't know that. I don't think the mill is doing shows anymore. I don't think they've picked that back up. I wouldn't mind going back there. Kara wants to hear that. Dawn. All right, let's do, I don't know if I'll do the whole song, Dawn, but let's try it. The internet is made of kitties and boobs. Kitties and boobs. Saturday is cat day. Tuesday's off for tits and tacos. The internet is nothing but kitties and boobs. The pussycats, the kind that have pubes too. Kitties and boobs. Kitties and boobs. Kitties and boobs, 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 kitties and boobs. There we go. A little bit of kitties and boobs. The last part of that song, that whole outro chorus, so difficult to sing, and I can never remember all the words, and I don't have them here in front of me. All right, let's do the Hallelujah parody for Kara here. I heard there was a secret song that David played for much too long, and the Lord said, you don't know another, do ya? It goes like this, the fourth, the fifth, pretty basic chords if you catch my drift. It's another crappy version of Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Salagadoola, Magicaboola, Bibbidi Bobbidi Boola. They had a party up on the roof. All the liquor was 90 proof. You asked her bra size, she said, what's it to ya? She tied you to the kitchen chair. She broke your nose. She cut your hair. And T.I. was there. There's another. Oh, now she cut your hair. It's a na-na-na-na-na of Hallelujah. And made you listen to hours of Hallelujah. Hallelujah. She broke your tooth. But hallelujah. Then she blew, oh yeah. There was a time when we didn't know who Leonard was or Buckley, so we had to keep on listening to Imagine. Now every time it's on the tube or covered by another rube, Leonard's bank accounts are screaming hallelujah, hallelujah, making moolah, be-bop-a-loolah, hallelujah. We'll go there. All right, cool. Not bad. I remembered most of it. Threw myself off with my own riff on the T.I. thing. Dumb. There was something else that I was going to mention. What was it? Somebody mentioned it. Dana, yep, Dana got the button. You got one of the last buttons, Dana. I have one button left, and I'm keeping it. You're welcome, Kara. There was something else I was going to tell you about, and I thought of it halfway through there. Now I don't remember what it was. All right. Anyway, let's give a shout out to our silver and gold inner circle members. Our gold members, Teresa Good, Michael Walker, Jared Christensen, Brittany Brown, Thomas Edward, Lisa Holder, Chris Wesley. I saw Chris in San Diego. It was very nice to see him. Sheila Baker, Renee Bergdorf, Vince Hamilton, and our silver members, Evil Dave, Jason Viglione. What's up, cousin Jason? Dawn Todd, Lisa Sutherland, Kendra Slater, Jonathan Pollock, Di Chadwell, Cynthia Leonard, Sophie Kellogg, and Chris Hausch. Thank you for being a lifetime silver and gold members. Good on ya. So as far as the Inner Circle stuff, I know there haven't been many updates in the Inner Circle recently, and that is because we are transitioning over to a new platform. We've been having a ton of code troubles with it, a ton of technical problems with it. Hey, Don. And so that is going to be coming about very soon. We're releasing a whole bunch of like new cool stuff that I can't wait to show you, and part of it is going to be a new Inner Circle community. Let's keep that word in mind. Hey, we do this? Nope, the old ones don't show up. Hey, there we are. Look at that. We can see you all. Whoop, whoop. It just shoves me off to the side. I don't know. Should I keep that on the screen so you can see your things? Let me know in the comments if you want me to keep the comments on the screens. Otherwise, I'll do that. Or we just put them up there every once in a while. Okay. Ooh, you know what I can? I can throw a single comment on the screen. Look at Don Todd. Whoop, whoop. There we go. All right. I'm going to do, let's see, what time is it? Yeah, 6:20. I'm going to do like one more song here. And then we will get into the after party, the Inner Circle after party for the Inner Circle folks, where I don't know what the hell we're gonna do in that, honestly. But yeah, cool. Oh, maybe we'll do that one in there. Oh, good. There's my Hallelujah lyrics just after the nick of time. All right, let's do this one. A little boy ran down B flat. It's in B flat, not C. A little boy ran down the beach with his kite high up above him, and everyone took joy in watching his good time. And as he stared up at the sky, he tripped on a piece of driftwood, a faceplant in the sand that was way more fun to watch. Schadenfreude. All right, I remembered what I was going to tell you. So at the Butch Walker show last Monday in Hollywood, it was the 20th anniversary of his first solo album called Letters. And so he was playing the whole album straight through, all the songs, and then with an encore of a bunch of other stuff, since the album itself was only like 45 minutes long. And it was great. He was telling stories, all stuff, kind of like what we do here, but it was a room full of 200 people who were hanging on every word. It was really good. And I was wondering going in, are there any of those songs on that album, his first solo album from 20 years ago, that kind of make him cringe now? And he was pretty well on board all the way through. And then he was sitting at the piano at one point, and he looks at the lyric sheet that he's got on the music stand, and he goes, all right, I meant it when I wrote it. He goes, but looking back on this now, these lyrics are terrible. And like he got to, I can't even remember the title of the song right now, but he got to one lyric that said, what was the lyric? The lyric was something, I can't tell the difference between bullshit and sincerity. And he sings, I can't tell between bullshit and sincerity. And he just goes. So I was glad to see, one, that he had to have lyric sheets on stage because it's 20-year-old songs. And two, that he had some disrespect for his old work, like all of us do. All of us look back at our old work and go, what was I thinking on that? Yeesh. All right. So, okay. Anyway, fun little Butch Walker story there. All right. We're going to get into... I didn't do a song yet, did I? Yeah, I did. I did the Boy on the Beach song. All right. So we're going to jump over into the Inner Circle after party. If you are not yet part of the Inner Circle, there's the QR code to join the Inner Circle. And for as little as $7, and right now we're still got it set to lifetime. It's going to be a monthly charge here pretty soon. I know I keep saying that. We've had so many technical problems. It's a good thing I'm not writing the code. Otherwise, it would take even longer. But the team is writing the code. So if you would like to jump in and get a lifetime membership to the Inner Circle, Team Philagello's Inner Circle, and you get the full version of this live stream in there, that's the place to do it, right there with that QR code. And good. All right. So with that, oops, I almost hit end stream. Don't do that. Don't do that. So with that, we're going to jump over to just that portion of the show. So we're going to say goodnight to Facebook, and we're going to say goodnight to YouTube, and I will see you all next time. We will be doing this again. Let me look at the calendar here so I can tell you when we're going to be doing this again. Not next week. Not the 19th. Not the 26th. All right, this is the only one this month. Sorry. October 3rd, maybe. Let me see. Thursdays have gotten really booked, and you can blame Brittany Brown for that if you would like, because Brittany is doing a fantastic job filling my calendar with gigs. She's doing a wonderful job. Let's see here. All right. Yeah, October the 3rd, we will have a live stream, and that is going to be probably the only one in October. So October 3rd, mark that on your calendar that we'll be doing another one of these live streams that night. We may have to find a different night to do these, but it's a little bit tricky because all my evenings are full. But that's the thing. All right, so mark October 3rd. If you are in the inner circle and you're watching, that's the day before Kara's birthday. Awesome. Do a little birthday song for you, Kara. And all right, so if you're watching outside of the inner circle, then I'm going to say goodnight to you. And you can watch the rest inside the inner circle. So let me turn the things off here. All right. Okay, I think we got it. Did I turn? All right, left that on. Okay, cool. All right. So good night to some of you, and I will see the members inside.